So I'm Jordan.
I'm Miss Jen.
I'm Miss Michaela.
We're from Young Scholars Academy, and we're just doing this video series about everything that has to do with kids from a parent's perspective, from a kid's perspective. Combined in the whole building, we have over 200 years of experience, and so we feel like we have something to share with you guys.
So I'm Miss Michaela. I'm the Child Success Advocate as well as a pre-K teacher at Young Scholars Academy. I have an elementary education certificate as well as a bachelor's. And I've been at this for 7 years now, and I also have 2 boys, so that also is a fun learning experience as well.
Jen, I'm the director here at Young Scholars Academy. I've raised 3 children, been teaching over 25 years, and have seen a lot. So I have a unique perspective now as I've already gone through it.
So we wanted to do the empowerment blog today just because we see a lot of parents struggling with this topic as far as what's the difference between empowering your child and then what's the difference between spoiling your child. So obviously there is a difference and there's a line, so that's just something we want to bring up and help share with you guys so that you guys can really raise really strong children, have them grow up to be the leaders that we need and the ones that we want.
So why should you empower your kids? There's tons of reasons. One, first and foremost, it's not about you, it's about them. It'll take longer for your, for example, toddler, 3-year-old to learn how to tie their shoes, but you have to sit there and let them learn to tie their shoes or they'll never know how to tie their shoes. Cognitive process, self-esteem, so many different things that we're going to hit on here today.
Self-esteem is probably my big advocate of why we have to empower our children. We want our children to be successful, and children won't know how to be successful if they don't fail.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the biggest thing about empowering your child, letting them have some control over their life. It is their life. You know, we want to have babies forever, but like Miss Jen said, it's really not about us. We're just there for the journey and to guide them. And by empowering them and letting them have those fails in life, they learn to get back up and work for their success. And I really think that's important from the get-go with children.
Okay, let's talk about bailing your child out. Let's see. First of all, I can say that never goes away. My oldest one is almost 24. I got one that's 21 and one that's 18. Your impulse is always going to be to help your kid. Always. But they got to screw up. You got to let them. You can't go in and bail them out. One, you know what it does to them the most? And it's so detrimental. You don't let them have that sense of self. If they've never accomplished anything and mommy or daddy goes in and fixes it, you take away their brain.
You take away their power.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing is about empowering your child. You take away their power. When you bail them out and come rescue them, they're never going to know how to fail. And when they are that 21-year-old in college and stuff, life becomes too overwhelming because there's not somebody there to save them. And like Jen said, it is our instinct as a parent to come to the rescue. But remember, it's not about us, and we want to make sure we're setting these children up for success in the long run.
Right.
So as much as we want to rescue them, we gotta let them fail.
Right. Yeah, and it just follows into adulthood. I mean, as a supervisor, boss, whatever you want to call it, I've had probably 10 parents call me upset that I've written their daughter up for being late to work or something like that. I mean, and really, really mad and really upset and giving excuses as to why their child shouldn't have been in trouble or shouldn't have been spoken to. And, I just feel so sad for those people because you're not fighting your own battle, and so you have no
it's
battle
no
scars.
There's no self, and it really, the success of life comes from failures.
Absolutely.
So remember, take a step back and let them fall. Yeah. Okay, so we had a parent question regarding do I lead by example? My answer to that is no. When you lead by example, you're saying this is how it should be done. And once again, that doesn't allow failure, that doesn't allow trial and error, that doesn't allow them to learn, because then you're telling them this is the way to do it. That takes all their problem solving away. There are so many solutions to a problem, and I just don't believe in lead by example. I believe it takes their personality away.
Well, and once again, old lady talk. Yeah, I have 3 extremely strong-willed children, because what they call free-range parenting now was kind of the way that I raised my children. I wish I would have taught them not to do it to me, though. But anyway, when you let your kids screw up, I can remember so many times being like, "Dude, that sucks. Like, what are you gonna do?" Like, and they figured it out. And yes, I don't think leading by example is right, because one, we all look back on our parents, whether you have good parents, bad parents, in the middle, grandparents, whatever, you're going to want to do it different. And so what you think that you're doing that's right, that's all you can do. Your kids are going to do something totally different, because that's what generations do. So do the best you can, try not to stress, and grab a glass of wine.
So we just want to say thank you for watching our first video blog, and we really appreciate your time.
And if you have some more questions or any questions, comments, please ask them below, and feel free to subscribe.
Have a great day.